taking three.
Going for the St. Louis now.
Oh no!
Son of a bitch.
You get your two?
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thotgor here, of course. And today we are going to take a look at a battle in the Minekaze, and we are on Ocean. Yeah, now I don't know about you guys, but I haven't played Ocean in a little while, actually, it seems like. Always getting other maps. But anyway, we are with Puddahead and Jolly, and we're all in tier 5s, you know. Puddahead's in the Kamikaze area, we've got Jolly in the Murmansk. And basic plan for me is just to do some seal clubbing. Yes, I am in the Minekaze. This is what's going to happen. These people aren't just going to know what's going on. And this is a great battle to actually put up today, because I actually just got out of a battle in the Kirov. Yes, I have the Kirov now. Got rid of the Svetlana. To be honest with you, Svetlana, it always works out. Not just with this Svetlana, obviously, but I just find with any ship, right? It's my last battle in the ship. I just need to get a bit more experience, and then I can buy and research the next ship, right? But that last battle is spectacular. So I didn't record it because I didn't think it was going to be that great, and I only needed like 600 experience, so I wasn't going to go in there and just try my hardest. I was basically going to go in, try and get a kill, and then see what happens. But anyway, went in there and we won, and I got about 70,000 damage in that tier 4 Svetlana. It was ridiculous. I did get torpedo hits in there, obviously, right, to equate for some of that damage, but it was pretty ridiculous. Anyway, got the Kirov, just played the Kirov, and I sucked it up, yeah. It was pretty bad. It wasn't the maiden voyage, obviously, but it was like, I get into one of those few battles where someone actually recognizes my name. They're like, oh, you've got a YouTube channel. It's like, yeah, okay, damn it. Now I've got to, do well here. Anyway, in the Kirov, charge down on hotspot, just charge off my own and die. I think I was the first person to die. Yeah. Oh, well. In the Minekaze. So, Puddahead was asking, where are we going to go this map? Where's the direction here now? I wanted to wait and see what the team was doing, right? Because if the team went south or, to the west there, then we were obviously going to focus A and B. However, the team decided to go to the north, so that means B and C is what we are going to focus on. Specifically for myself, I'm going to work B. I figure, as long as I can hold this middle cap, give my allies up there in the north time to take and hold the C cap, we'd be good. In the meantime, we have Puddahead, who did do some scouting down there at A, which is excellent. Now we know that there's not that many ships there just yet, and in the meantime, of course, he's capping A. And then to the south of me, I've got Jolly in his Murmansk. Now, Jolly's plan here is to stay basically in between A and B to cover Puddahead and myself, and then once Puddahead circles back up here to B, then, Jolly's going to come around as well. So I do briefly get spotted there, so obviously I know there's a destroyer around here somewhere. So I pop my smoke, slow my speed down a bit, just hoping to, get him spotted here, see what's going on. I do have an enemy cruiser on his way in. He's quickly coming within my torpedo range, so yeah, why not? We'll fire off some torpedoes at that guy. And of course, I'm still capping B, which means that the potential destroyer that spotted me, is no longer in the cap with me anymore, but obviously the cruiser is getting in there. Now, Puddahead is down there as well. He's capped A, and he's basically just trying to line up on a Konigsberg down there. Important to keep in mind, this Konigsberg, yes. This guy was the bane of our existence for a little while. Anyway, the enemy cruiser does manage to dodge my torpedoes, so I did save one spread in reserve, so I launched those off at him. I managed to avoid those torpedoes. That was close. I thought it was all over at that point in time, but apparently it wasn't. Apparently, the World of Warship gods had a little more for me here. So I do get one torpedo hit on the enemy Omaha, so that's pretty great. Do a bit of damage there. I've got some more torpedoes on the way, and the Omaha doesn't spot me because right now the Omaha is in my smoke, so also means he doesn't spot my torpedoes. There we go. There's another torpedo hit. Fantastic. Enemy Omaha is almost dead. Once the enemy Omaha is dead, I'll circle back into B and I'll cap B, right? That is the plan. So there we go. Omaha's gone. First kill. And now we're going to circle in and we're going to cap B. Because even though, the bulk of my team, at least, well, I guess the bulk of my team is in behind B, isn't it? Even though I would like the bulk of the team to be up there at C, capping C, They're not doing it, not as of yet anyway, so you can see the real value here of having Puddahead down there at A, right? Puddahead is duking it out with the Konigsberg down there, but having him down there at A means that we are able to take that one cap fairly early and gives us cap parity right now with the enemies, considering the enemies have B, right? Because my plan is to go in here and take B, but look at all the enemy ships in here at B right now, so we still have a bit of work to do before we can actually get into B and start safely capping. Keeping in mind that these are a number of cruisers and destroyers who, most all of them have torpedoes. There's some torpedoes on the way for the Tenryu, yes. He's gone. So that's my second kill. One less cruiser here to deal with, and we do see some battleships off in the distance as well, and juicy, juicy battleships, right? So we're going to try and get ourselves into B now. Down there in the south, Puddahead is still facing off against the Konigsberg, that dirty Konigsberg. To the player's credit, the player who was playing the Konigsberg, that player did one hell of a job, I gotta say. You know, I'm cursing him, but it's only because that player was just so damn good with the Konigsberg. Really good job by that guy, anyway, by that player. Anyway, more torpedoes on the way in. I do manage to avoid them, so that is great. And I've got some torpedoes on the way out for the enemy destroyer and as well the enemy battleship, right? Because I've got so many targets popping up here at once, I did decide to split up my torpedoes a little. Whether or not it was the right call, I mean, it definitely worked out for me in this battle, but whether or not it's going to work on a regular basis, I don't know. It's just, I just felt pressured because there was all these enemy ships around, so I, launched some torpedoes at one target, pick another target, launch more torpedoes, and just get out of there is what I was doing. So you do see I got one torpedo hit there on the enemy Wyoming, so that's great. I've got more torpedoes reloaded, so more torpedoes on the way. We're going to launch a full spread at this Wyoming here. Second thought, enemy destroyers pop up, so we'll throw some at the enemy destroyers there. Now, with regards to the shuttering in the video, I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm pretty sure that it is a packet loss, and that has something to do with the game. I'm not playing on a solid state. The game isn't on a solid state, so that could be something about it. Or it could even be my internet connection, right? Because I do have a wireless internet connection. So need to look into that a little more, but it's bothering me, and I didn't really want to put up videos where it's happening in it, but this was a really good replay, so hopefully you guys don't mind too bad. So I did get another kill there while we were talking away, so I'm up to 3 kills now, I think. So that's fantastic. We took out the enemy Wyoming, so excellent job there. We do have another enemy destroyer, Minekaze I here, so we're going to try and do something about this guy. You can see that the Konigsberg down there in the south has basically pushed Puddahead completely out of the cap zone, out of A, and he's retreated, right, and still trying to attack the Konigsberg. And again, the Konigsberg is very tricky, so don't sit there and go, oh, what is Puddahead doing down there? No. Puddahead is, playing a critical role here, actually. I mean, just like Jolly as well, right, providing support in behind me. Anyway, my allies did actually manage to get up there into C and cap C, so fantastic. Jolly just took out the enemy Minekaze as well, so excellent job there. Don't have to worry about him. I've got torpedoes on the way for the second enemy Wyoming, and there goes the enemy Clemson. Fantastic. Once this enemy Wyoming is gone, obviously he's not going to survive this. Yeah. So we're up to 4 kills now. High caliber, another devastating strike, so fantastic. And we're capping the point. Enemy Konigsberg. Enter the enemy Konigsberg. Yes, so remember I was saying that this guy is a very good player. This player, I don't know, anything about the person, but anyway, that this player is a very good player, right? Yeah. So I launch off a full spread. I know that the Konigsberg is aware that I'm around, right? Obviously, the player would know that there's an enemy destroyer in here, right? And obviously the player as well can see the battleship in and behind me, right? Because it would just be obvious. Jolly, unfortunately, is sunk. Puddahead is still hanging on. He's making a run back at A, so fantastic. It's now basically up to me to try and do something about this Konigsberg, but try as I might, right? Try as I might. So the Konigsberg, crafty, avoided my first torpedoes. Now look what the Konigsberg is doing here. Now this is an excellent example for all you cruiser captains out there, myself included. We can take a page from this player's book on how to dodge torpedoes, right? he knows where I am. I'm spotted. And I mean, that's my own fault. But what the player is doing is regulating his speed and making slight turns, right? Now, I can't launch full salvo of torpedoes at this player because the lead indicator is constantly changing. So I'm actually shooting individually here, hoping to hit him. Now, you can see that the first two that I launched off are going to miss entirely. Because the enemy cruiser, the Konigsberg in this case, is constantly altering course and speed, the torpedoes that I launch at the enemy Konigsberg do nothing. They don't hit, and I'm just sitting here basically with my thumb up my ass trying to get that 5th kill because I want the Kraken, but I also want to take out this player because this player is a huge threat to us right now. My team continues to, attempt to pummel away at this guy. We just lost Puddahead, so that is not so great. But I'm still trying really hard to get some torpedo hits on this Konigsberg. Because I can figure if I, it's about half health right now. If I can just get one hit on him, then I might be able to finish him off with guns. My allies might be able to finish the player off, right? And it just might work out for us. But damn, and I'm even saying to Puddahead and Jolly at this time, like, I think that these 2 torpedoes are going to hit, and I'm going, oh, he's not going to be around much longer, ha 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 ha, and then no, look at this, yeah, barely misses him, but again, changing course, changing speed, it's close, it is close, and I'm trying to do a good job here, but because, just being so evasive, and right now he doesn't even spot me, but just being so evasive, I just can't do it. I've got this Allied St. Louis. Now this Allied St. Louis comes in here and I was like, oh great, right? Just more fodder for the enemy team. No. Allied St. Louis is definitely getting the kill on that Konigsberg. Oh yeah. You can see at the end, right? The enemy Konigsberg is almost dead. I decided, fuck it, I'm just going to launch my guns, or rather fire my guns, which I do, but the St. Louis gets the kill. So good job on my Allied St. Louis there. So basically only 2 enemy ships remaining, right? We know that the enemy Minekaze is up here in the northwest rather, so that's where I'm going to set my course, pop my speed ability, right? I'm going to try and get over there as quick as I possibly can, because pretty good game so far, but you know what would make it ever so much sweeter is that, elusive Kraken. I would love to get a Kraken in this game, so I'm going to try. Also, I feel that it's going to avenge my division mates here, Puddahead and Jolly, right? So want to avenge their deaths as well. That crafty Nuremberg, Konigsberg. At least the Konigsberg is gone, but you could also see there. I mean, there's just the power of the Konigsberg, and to the same effect, the Nuremberg. They are fantastic ships. And in fact, after this battle, right, the division keeps going. And after this battle, I was so outraged and impressed by the Konigsberg player that I decided I'm whipping out my Nuremberg, and we are taking out tier 6s, and we're going to destroy face. And we did. I mean, it was a pretty good battle, ended up in a victory anyway. We all died, but the team was there to hold it off, or rather to pull it off, so it was pretty good. Anyway, we can see enemy destroyer is up there with the enemy Minekaze, so we don't necessarily even need to worry about the enemy destroyer now. We know where the player is, so as long as that player can keep spotted, we'll have a general sense of where to avoid in order to not get hit by torpedoes. Because 1 torpedo hit, right, and I'm going to die. But I am going to try and take out this Minekaze. Again, being a bit greedy here, but I do want that, the Kraken Unleashed. I want it bad. I can taste it. So I'm just, straight line towards the Minekaze. Going to do a standard stealth torpedo run here. My torpedo range is 7 kilometers, so I'll probably start turning at about 7 kilometers, launch anywhere between 6.8 and 6.5 kilometers, and I'm launching in a turn so that I turn away from my target, right? Never once being spotted. Yes, that is the whole idea behind these stealth torpedo launches, right? Just, you don't want to be spotted. The second you're spotted, if you happen to be launching torpedoes at that time, the enemies will know that the torpedoes are on the way, and if the enemies are paying attention, they'll start taking evasive action to avoid those torpedoes. So torpedoes are on the way in. I didn't think I was going to get 4 hits here, and I thought actually that maybe I wasn't going to get the kill, right? Because those 4 hit, Minekaze's almost dead, but I didn't quite finish him off. I'm not willing to let one of my allies take these kills, so I'm lining up my guns. I'm taking this guy down. I want the kill. I want that 5th kill, and there we go. Get the Kraken. Now, while I also got the torpedo hits there, I did also get a high caliber. which is fantastic. Was it high caliber or Confederate? I got both, so it doesn't matter. I got another medal, so that was pretty great. We still have the enemy destroyer in and around here, but it doesn't matter. You can see my team is capping A right now. I don't exactly know where the enemy destroyer is, and I just got the Kracken. I'm not going to be too greedy. I'm going to cut myself off here. I'm going to say the 5 kills is enough. I don't need to push for the 6th kill. 998 points, right? We've won. It's over. Fantastic battle. It's a really good battle there. Now, I was surprised, like I said at the beginning of the battle, to actually see Ocean, because I don't see it all that often. But it was nice to be able to take out the old Minekaze and just own face, right? So we did a bit of damage here. Top of the team overall, so that's not too bad at all. We got a number of torpedo hits. We got the 5 kills, so we did finish off with the Kraken. We did well over 100,000 damage in that battle as well, so pretty decent. And of course, we walk away with a bunch of credits, which is always enjoyable. I always love credits. Who doesn't love credits, right? Anyway, that is it for today's video. We might see in the next few days the main voyage of the Kirov and talk about the Kirov a little as well, all depending, what I decide to do. But anyway, that is the end of today's video. I do thank you very much for sticking around, watching it through. Be sure to leave any comments you have for me in the video comment section below. Love reading those and responding back to them. Hit the old like button if you did like today's video. Hit subscribe if you were not a subscriber. And as always, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day.